Are you guys ready? I don't know if I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready because I don't know if I am ready. We're gonna be playing against all of these people. All of them, as many of them as possible for the next hour. I think I'm gonna do a separate session on the adaptive bots because I don't exactly know how they work. We're gonna go for the more traditional ones, starting with the beginner group and going all the way up, hopefully toward intermediate and advanced and master. I don't know how many games I can play within an hour, but I'm gonna try my very best to make it as many as possible. Haha. Here we go. Let's get started. I've got the white piece against Martin. That's a really useful move. Thank you, Martin. Oh, you're playing the French defense against me. All right, let's see. Let's see what you've got, Martin. We are not playing the French defense. I think I know the name of it. I kind of like this system. I don't know if you know it, Martin. You're taking on e4. I'm feeling fine about captures. That's all right. I'm feeling... f5? Interesting move, Martin. I'm not sure this is the mainline theory in the French defense, but... let's try to exploit it. I'm gonna place my knight here. Later on, I'm staring at this square, but g6 so far would be defending against my plan. Queen d7. All right, Martin, I'm gonna jump here with my knight if you let me. Ooh, the delayed bombclad by Martin. Hardcore fan of Hikaru, I see. And the Bottes Gambit, so also a fan of the Bottes sisters. It's okay, Martin. We all have been there. We all have done this at some point in our lives, especially for our favorite streamers. Wouldn't we do this for our favorite streamers? I think I'm just gonna go for checkmate. I'm gonna be bold and... No, he's not blundering it, but I still have this because my queen is guarding the knight. I cannot take the rook now, but I'm gonna move my queen first, threaten with a discovered check, and also I'm threatening to capture the rook. Let's take the rook because it's free stuff. Queen and rook up, and I'm gonna have to give checkmate ASAP, so let's aim for checkmate soon. This is not checkmate yet, but I think we are getting closer and closer, hopefully. I wish I could undermine... Oh, I should have taken the bishop. I was so focused on the king, I should have taken the bishop earlier. It's alright. You know what? I'm gonna castle, because as many attacking pieces as I can bring, the more the better. I'm gonna try to bring my rook into, my bishop in, more and more attacking pieces. That's not a diagonal. I don't know how to draw arrows quickly. Who's trapping my bishop? Wait a second. Ooh, okay, I made a mistake. Anna, stop blundering. I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna break through in the center, give up my pieces, because that bishop is already dead. I may as well give it up. I can take this with the knight or with the bishop. This looks funky. I like it because then I have my queen coming to f6, and if he takes back, I have my bishop alive. The bishop is back in the game. Queen check here, Martin. How do you feel about that? I want to take here and then take here and checkmate Martin. He doesn't want to play knight f7. That's all right. In that case, I'm just going to take here and then checkmate here. Next move. He's defending though. He doesn't want to get checkmated. Martin, why not? Why not? It's all right. I'm going to give this check. Cut the connection between those squares. If it's taken by the rook, I'm taking with the bishop. I'm threatening checkmate again. And the game is over. Great play. Do you want to coach my kids? I would love to, Martin, but I am on a speed run. So next bot. Next bot. Hello. Nice to meet you, Wayne. I've got the white pieces again. e4. Okay, we've got still 57 minutes. I didn't know how long it took me to win that game, but I wanna... Ooh, another early queen move. What are these bots doing? I'm trying to get here with my bishop. Also, knight c3, knight d5 would have made loads of sense, but they're playing the Bottes Gambit constantly. Okay. And they are not taking my bishop. I like free stuff. I'm taking everything I can. I'm gonna take every single thing I can. And I'm gonna be trickier this time, because trapping my own bishop wasn't good. As much as I was ahead in development, I shouldn't have done that. Excuse me while I get out of trouble. They are so nice. All of these bots are very wholesome. Martin said I can coach his kids. Wayne is being super nice about being in trouble. Aren't they the most wholesome of the wholesome, these bots? I've got now a pass pawn. My bishop can come here. It's almost checkmate. Let's get the bishop out here as I promised. And now, time for the pawn to run. Ooh. So if I take... I'm not promoting just yet. But I could do this move first, threatening to promote, and Wayne doesn't care, so I'm gonna promote. I like to have another queen on the board. And now this new queen could be the queen of the 7th rank. I could now take here or bring the rook here later. How will I do this? There's still so many pieces here, it's so confusing. At the same time, I I guess take it easy, create a pin first, then threaten to take, so that when the knight takes back, I can take this bishop. Wayne doesn't want to take back. I think he's just so generous, he's giving me all his pieces. Check now, go to the back rank, or I'm gonna take your knight with the queen and the ladder. Checkmate, we all know. Well played, you've got this game figured out. Can we go again? I would love to win, but I'm on a speedrun currently, so nice to meet you, Fabian. Why am I playing every game with the white pieces when I clicked on both white and black? So it should be changing the color, I would assume. I didn't mean to play every game with white, so I'm hoping to get some of them with the black pieces too. Interesting development, Fabian. Interesting. And the free stuff. I guess I just gotta attack their pieces because they seem to not move hanging pieces away at this level just yet. So that's good stuff. Thank you so much, everyone, for the support, for the chess.com upgrade too. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm just gonna castle. It's good to castle. Okay, I don't think Fabian wants to castle. After moving the rook, you can no longer do it, and this rook is gone from the board. Knight hopping here, for instance. If he takes, that's opening up the e5 for me, and his king is in the middle of the board. He's defending it though, but now my knight can attack the bishop to undermine the defense, and if the bishop drops back, I can follow up, for instance, with this queen move, attacking the knight. I could give up my rook for the two minor pieces. He's not taking back though. I pre-moved the capture, but he's not taking back. It's alright, Fabian, you're too generous. Look at these knights. Beasts. Okay, what's next? I need to open up the position. His king is in the middle of the board. How do I get there? How do I get there? I'm looking at this square too. If only I could attack it. What if I just sacrifice? Because then I would have c7. I like that. I want to place my bishop here. I said it and I'll do it. So if he takes c7, that's a check and the queen is hanging and I'm promoting my pawn. If he doesn't take, I can take here now with the knight or with the bishop. Which one I want to do? I think I'm gonna go for bishop to attack the queen and then move away the bishop. He doesn't want to move the queen! Fabian, why is everyone playing the Botas Gambit? For real. This is gonna be checkmate if he takes. If he doesn't take, I can still give this check. I can give this check, or I can give this check, which is going to be a new queen soon. New queen on the board. Although I don't really want to do it right now because this queen is hanging. I'm just gonna be very patient here and move one square up with the queen because I don't think he can stop me from promoting. And also, this is checkmate, so who needs a new queen when we have a bishop checkmate? Oof, I guess you're the king. I'm not really the king, but I'm trying my best with the speedrun. I really don't want to have the white piece in every game, Juan, but nice to meet you. Encantada de conocerte. Knight a6. Okay, yeah, I guess all of these bots are at the start making a bit of a random opening choice and hanging some of their pieces, but Juan hasn't really given me a free piece yet, so maybe this is gonna be the first game where I need to be more focused. Oh, okay. I need to be focused, but also I'm gonna attack the queen and this king has already moved. Botas Gambit. This is something I think we have learned about these bots. If you want to beat them, attack their queen. Attack their queen because they may not move it. They may not move it away at this level, unfortunately for them. They may not move it away. This is something we teach at PogChamps a lot. About just taking care of your pieces, making sure that your move is safe and looking for the opponent's king. Always, always, always. And unprotected pieces. I could take the rook, or I could just come here and take the other rook because that's close to the king and it could be checkmate soon. Oh, poor Juan. Poor Juan. Wow, I thought I had you, but you're tough. Can I have another chance? I would love to, Juan, but I gotta go. I gotta go. Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry, Filip. It's been a long day. Let's relax and enjoy a game. Okay, e4. Again, I feel like it's unfair that I have the white pieces, but I don't know how to change it now midway through the speedrun because I don't want to stop the speedrun. We have 51 more minutes left. I don't know how many games have we played so far. I'm gonna have to keep track of that somehow. Or I guess we could go back to the list after the speedrun. Free stuff. Oh, and look at my center. I've got so many pawns. The bathtub. The bathtub on the board capturing a knight. They don't want to take back. This is something I definitely am learning from these games. They don't take back. Not at this level. Not at the rating 400. Ooh, moving the rook back there. Now if I take, they take with the bishop, I would assume, so that the rook is guarded. I'm just waiting for them to take so that I can take on c6 with the queen. Although then they still have bishop d7. So what about knight b5? And then when my queen is on c6, c7, 2 is hanging. Now I can take here. And after bishop takes, I have knight takes c7 or fancy queen takes. Well, are we going for the fancy move or are we going for the simpler one? Fancy. Right, let's go for fancy stuff. This wins a rook. We take the queen in the corner. Then we can capture this pawn. This is gonna perhaps take longer because I've gone for the endgame. That was my doubt whether to go for this tactic, even though it's winning tons of material, but it's an endgame, so it probably will take me somewhat longer to win the game. I'm gonna do this, this. I could have taken back, but I had my eye on this bishop, especially if he doesn't guard it. I just wanted to trade it, but he doesn't guard it. Okay, now we could just push this, get the bishop out. This pass pawn should be winning the game, especially if this bishop will not be developed. Will he develop his bishop? Juan, you gotta move that bishop out. You gotta move that bishop out, Juan, because now it's too late. It's too late. I'm getting your rook. Okay, you're giving me the rook too. You promoted yourself, not me. Oh, if I take with the queen, king takes f5, I'll take the bishop. Yeah, I like that. It doesn't take. Then I'm gonna guard the knight and I'm threatening checkmate. Okay, that's a trick. I cannot go to queen g7 now, but I could take the bishop first and then it's checkmate. Yay, good game. I'm not in a hurry. I unfortunately am in a hurry. Sorry about that. Oh, Elani from Greece. Nice to meet you. Kalimera. I know that's not nice to meet you, but I learned the greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, bon appetit, and all those things in Greek. Those are the only things I know. I played in the Greek league for a few years. That's why I learned a bit of Greek. If I play queen f3, it's not really a good move though, because queen takes d5. If I take here, my knight 2 is hanging. This is trickier. Elani is going for some counter-attacking moves. So I think I'm just gonna move my knight. And if the knight moves, I'm gonna keep attacking it. I could also just go for bishop b5 at some point. Queen d6 guards the knight and attacks my knight, but that's a pin. I'm looking at this move, although she could take with the bishop. In any case... Oh no, this is a bad move. Jeez, I'm blundering. If knight d3, she can take with the knight because that's check and my bishop is hanging. Elani is being tricky here. I'm gonna be tricky too. I'm gonna be back tricky. Guarding everything with the queen, including my bishop. Botes gambit. I thought Elani was doing very well. You fell for it? What have I fallen for, Elani? You're giving me a queen! You're giving me a queen! That's a free queen. Could have taken the rook, but then the king comes out, so this is checkmate faster. Bishop takes or queen takes, the same mate. They all want a rematch, they're so kind. Hey, moi moi. Nice to meet you, Noel, from Finland. H5, alright. I'm gonna control the center with my pawns, because that's what I learned. That you gotta fight for the center, get as much of it as possible, and take free stuff. Why are they giving me free stuff? He's already 550 rated. He shouldn't be giving me free stuff. Why are they all too nice? I'm looking at this move, because if they give me more stuff, I'm gonna take it. And the bishop too, I'm gonna take it. You really gotta attack their pieces. Against bots, go and attack their pieces because they could give you a couple of free stuff. They are very generous, all these bots. Very generous. And they don't take back, which surprises me even more. It's one thing that something is hanging and the other is that they don't take back ever. So let's come back here and attack this pawn. We've got 45 minutes. I gotta hurry up. I gotta be faster. I'm gonna take this. If I take with the knight, there's rook ba though. So queen c7 would be the better move, or just developing my pieces, because they are not... My queen is kind of out of space, but I still have c7, so it's not getting trapped. It's looking funky, but it's actually not in danger. Okay, I'm glad that we haven't traded queens, because this is now a new free stuff. A rook. I don't want to give up my knight. I feel like I should not. Although I could, because I'm up so much material that at this rate I could give it up, but I'm greedy. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it safe. But I prefer to give up the pawn if I have to give up something. Develop. And castle. Develop. Interesting development. Develop further. Noel's position though is not falling apart just yet. It's a lot of material up for me, but I still need to find more holes in black's camp to target. Watch out. Yeah, you gotta watch out, Noel, because I'm looking at your rook as well, and this bishop move. I'm looking at that king, staring into your king's soul. Bishop g5, f6. I could come back with the queen, or I could do that right now. Both look very good, to be fair. Even knight d5. Ooh, knight d5 is very strong. Because if they take with the queen, I take the queen. It's a pin on the e-file, and they didn't really have another way of saving the queen, unfortunately for them. Now let's just continue with this check. Open up the position for my rooks. I could just take it and threaten checkmate. This is a pass pawn. Thank you for the game, Noel. Kitos. You got the present? What do you mean present though? What do you mean present? No. They are all very nice and they all want the rematch, but I don't have the time. Oh, Oliver from Ireland. Nice to meet you, Oliver. I wish I could say more than that in Irish, but slanche. Oliver is playing a normal opening. I gotta be careful because this is becoming serious. This is becoming serious now. Interesting. What's this move order when they don't play the Italian normally, but just like, this is like a Russian defense but with the bishop on c5. Guess if I take they will castle, but maybe I shouldn't guess. I mean, I should just try or castle immediately and see what they do. If I take, they can take here too. I'm just gonna guard my pawn first and see what they do with their pawn. They are copying me. That makes sense. It's a very symmetrical position. I'm gonna go for the pin on g5. They are copying me! But you cannot copy me forever, Oliver. You cannot copy every single move of mine, because if you go bishop g4, I'm gonna play knight d5. And then knight a5 doesn't help that much for you, because I already have this pin. And I don't mind that you take my bishop. Rook to e8. I can take here now or later. This pin is very annoying because I'm gonna double their pawns and weaken their king. For now, I think I'm just gonna move the knight here so that after the capture, I mean, if you give me your queen, I'm not gonna double your pawns. I'm gonna take the queen. Stop messing with my plans. Okay, I can still double the pawns, but now with the queen up. And they don't take back. They give me the rook as well. I don't understand. Oliver, you're 550 rated. What is going on, Oliver? I'm gonna take this pawn and try to go for a sneaky checkmate in 2. They prevented it. It's not... Well, no, they did not. They did not, because even after king h7, the knight is guarding g6, so it was gonna be checkmate in 2. Good game. You really confused me that time. Can I have another shot? Next time. Next time, Oliver. Thank you so much. Milica, nice to meet you. Milica from Serbia. Let's see. Let's see. I think Serbia was the first country I've been to as a kid, because I grew up in the south part of Hungary, and we have been to Serbia a couple of times for children's tournaments and weekend tournaments to practice. f5. Okay, this is an existing opening, but is Milica going to play it well? Will I just go for it, or will I just not go for it? Okay, this would be the move I go for normally because it's solid, but I guess against a bot, I could be just braver and you can take it immediately, especially if they don't know the follow-up. You should not allow this under capture here. That's not the point of the gambit. Ooh, I mean, everything is hanging. I'm gonna take this first with a check and then I'm gonna take the queen. Yeah, I guess at this level I can just accept their gambits because they don't really seem to know the follow-up. And then you take all their pieces. You take all their stuff. All their stuff. Ooh. Checkmate on a5. Thank you for the game. You're even better than my dad. Thank you, Milica. Very kind of you. I come to see you. Now let's see who wins this game. Thank you, Jen. You're very kind to you. Again, I don't know how to turn the colors. I don't know how to play with the black pieces. This is gonna be like, oh, Anna chose the white color. I clicked on the middle button that's supposed to be white and black. I don't know why it's not changing. I don't know. I don't know why it's not changing. Okay, in any case, I'm just gonna go for development and see if maybe I get to play knight g5. Knight d7 does prevent knight g5 for now, but it's not really a good move. It ain't really a good move, especially when you can follow up with this. Will I allow the trade on d4? Yeah, why not? Let's go for this. Let's go. Knight checkmate! Thank you for the game, Jen J. Thanks a lot. You know a thing or two. Maybe I played for a year or two already, or a bit longer. Hello, Aron. Nice to meet you. I never met Bobby Fischer. Thanks for asking. I've been to Iceland 2 times. And I've seen the grave of Bobby Fischer. For a sin sub? I don't know. I'm not sure. Sweden and Iceland is not the same though. Not the same country. I'm just gonna go for the same setup. It seems to be the case that you can take a chance and attack the f7 pawn oftentimes in these games. Or I can expand in the center. Let's expand. And if they play knight e5, I takes, an f4. Oh, they go back. I did not see that coming, but now I have a super center e5 and d6. They flop with h5. I'm just gonna castle. I'm just gonna castle a6. They probably want to push b5. I'm gonna stop it because I feel like I have so much space. I don't want to give them any. Knight g5. Will you go back? You will not go back. Okay. You will not go back. I understand. I understand, Aron. Let's attack this pawn. And then let's give a discover check. And now let's follow up with... Do I want to follow up with knight g5? Yeah, I kind of want to follow up with knight g5. And if king f6, I can follow up with this check too. Queen takes was good as well. There are many good moves when your position is this much ahead, of course. These are not the only moves, and I'm not playing the best moves. I'm gonna take with the bishop to prepare a discover check. Rook takes was also strong, of course. Thank you. They're not taking back. They really don't want to take back. I'm gonna just place my bishop here. If they take it, then the king is even more exposed and I get this square for my knight and queen. I mean, that's free stuff. That's free. That's a free queen. For me, a new queen. Thank you for the game, Aron. Thank you. Looks like I've found Bobby Fischer. No. Unfortunately, nowhere near the level of Bobby Fischer. Not even in my dreams, but thank you for the kind words. Mina, thank you for the game. Salam. Salam. We've got 36 more minutes. Now we can both get our queens out. No, don't do that, Mina. Why is everyone getting their queens out? I'm gonna go for this attack now. Why are they all getting their queens out? Who taught them to do that? Who did? That's not what we teach at PogChamps. This isn't what we teach. This is the opposite of what we teach. Okay, it's not that the game is over, but the queen shouldn't really be standing there. I'm gonna go for c3, d4 or b4. Oh, she's creating some space for the bishop. Yeah, she's definitely playing better than the previous bots. Definitely better. But free stuff is still free stuff, and king moves aren't really recommendable. Aren't very recommendable. Double knight attack. I don't have an exact follow-up, but this looks scary. It looks scary enough. I think I'm gonna prepare for bringing my bishop here, because then I would have knight f7 next move, and the queen is in trouble. Even if queen h6, I was gonna win the queen with knight f7, so there was no way out for the queen. Take this with the knight so that then I have a fork. They don't take back, but I'm gonna move the knight. I mean, I can take it again on the same square. I can take it again on the same square. Going for this checkmate. They don't let me. That makes sense. I'm gonna take this then. Try to give this checkmate. Thank you for the game, Mina. Thanks a lot. I'll play next time. Hopefully next time. Zara, nice to meet you. Okay. Alright. Alright. Interesting. Interesting opening. Oh, you want me to play g3 and blunder queen takes e4 and my rook is hanging in the corner. I see what you're doing, Zara, but I'm not gonna fall for it. Nor for the scholar's mate if you try. Please don't. b5. The pawn is kind of hanging, but I also am just looking at this queen. I want to chase it away in case they give it to me. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. 850. I don't think at that rating level you would give up a queen like that. So this is a bit too much for their rating. I think this is not that realistic, but this move may not have been the best, but I want to take here and after takes, queen takes. Road to Gym, thank you so much for the raid. I'm doing a bot speedrun. I'm trying to beat as many bots on chess.com as possible within an hour. And so far, doing good, I think. I mean, I guess I could go faster, but the results are fine. And my opponents are giving me lots of free stuff. Let me know what you guys have been up to over at the channel of Road to GM. What was Sean doing today? And how are you guys doing in general? How is your Thursday going? I'm gonna try to win this game ASAP because I don't want to lose much time. So I'm gonna give this check. If they take, I can take with the queen or I can take with the pawn. I feel like with the pawn gets me closer to checkmate sooner. They move the king away. This bishop is still in the air, but they don't really take it. They don't take free stuff. That's what I learned. Bots at this level don't take free stuff. I want my bishop here to go for checkmate. Can I? Can I please? Now back rank checkmate with queen f8. Thank you for the game, Zara. Thank you. Next! Thank you so much, Sean. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure to follow Road to GM. That's Sean's channel. And he has recently hit 10k and is aiming for even more because it's always good, of course, to have a next milestone. Santiago, encantada de conocerte. Santiago from Chile. I've been to Chile. I almost spent 2 months there, months and a half, with Huga and her family. It was the best of times. I really like it in Chile. I hope I can return one day, but it's this year, the year 2020 and the beginning of 2021 isn't really about traveling, unfortunately. Maybe when the world goes back to normal. Santiago's playing theory. This is the first game where there's actual theory on the board, the Tarrasch system in the French defense. So I think Santiago's gonna be my first challenging opponent. This is normal and still very theoretical, and Santiago is blitzing out all these theoretical moves. Wait, the timer has stopped? Wait, whoa. It hasn't stopped on my screen. Oh, it just froze on the stream. We have 31 minutes left. The timer is still on. Sorry, it froze on the screen. Thank you for letting me know. It froze on the screen, but it hasn't frozen on my monitor, so that's why I didn't understand what's going on. But we are back. We are back. I just had to refresh it. Amazing. Okay, so back to the game. Back to the game. This is all theoretical. But he has played a5, hasn't castled yet, hasn't played f6. How can I take advantage of this against Santiago? How can I try to take advantage of Santiago's play? So far, not that easy. Thank you so much for the subscription, Rare Paramedic. Thanks a lot for that. Okay, I'm thinking a little bit just so that I come up with an actual challenging setup that I want to play. Because I play the French defense with the black pieces and I really like it, and now I need to refute my own opening. That's what we are here for. That's what we are trying to do today. I'm just gonna drop the bishop back because that's usually a good move when the king castles. Oh, they're pushing c4 to prevent me from playing queen d3. I see, but that now stops putting pressure on my central pawn, so I'm gonna go for a kingside attack. I'm gonna bring my knight toward this square. Queen c7, not sure where that queen is going. I'm gonna keep attacking. This was my plan. Later f4, f5 would be amazing, but the knight is in the way, so I'm thinking of moving it. Not that it has many good squares. Knight g5, h6. I don't think I have a follow-up, unless I'm gonna go for this sacrifice. Maybe it's a bit too much. That could be a bit too much, I must say. It could be a bit too much. So for now, I think I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna place my queen here, see if they play g6, then I'm gonna move knight f6, knight to b8. Okay, Santiago played theoretical moves until a long time, but this is no longer theory, and I'm enjoying this position a lot. I think I will even allow them to attack my knight if they want to, because I really wanna push f4, f5. They have their own plan, but an attack against the king is more dangerous than attack on the queen side where there are only pawns. If they take rook takes, there would be g6, but rook takes f7 attacks the queen. They're capturing on d4 to sacrifice it. I'm gonna take, and after queen takes, I can just move the king. They don't take it. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm gonna open up the position because his king is in the middle of the board. I could have taken the knight too, but I felt like this will lead to checkmate faster, because now I have this square for my knight. And then many moves should be winning here. I'm looking at bishop g5, I'm looking at knight discovered attack. Which one is the fastest mate? I need a fast mate. I need to give checkmate ASAP. I feel like this could be fast. If king d6, I have bishop to f4, king c6. Oh, he plays knight e5. Okay, that makes it faster. That makes it faster for me. Just don't blunder your queen, Anna. Do not blunder your queen. It's not checkmate just yet, but many moves should be leading to checkmate. And this is hanging too. It's just that there are many good moves in this position. I like this check, because bishop d6 I can take this too. And then it's checkmate. Thank you for the game, Santiago. Muchas gracias por la partida. Salam. Salam, Karim. Let's go. My coach showed me how to play e4. You have no clue what to do after this? What? Okay, I'm taking your pawn. If you're telling me you have no clue, I'm gonna take it. If you're telling me you have no clue. Anna Banana, thank you for the subscription. I like that username. I like the username, Anna Banana. I'm just gonna give this check and ask you what you're up to with your king being that wide open. And I'm gonna capture everything I can. I don't like when I'm in check. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to keep putting you in check. Let's attack that knight. e6 is the only defense, and I'm gonna keep developing my pieces. This knight could be heading towards g5 later once I have more protection there. a6. Not the best when the house is on fire to spend time on flank pawn pushes. d4, knight g5, or bishop g5 is what I'm looking at. This square, because the knight is pinned. He's defending it. He's guarding that square now with bishop f6. But I'm in no hurry. I can castle first. There's no pawns for black on the king side, so he does have some open fights there to try to attack me, but his king is more in trouble than mine, especially after bishop to g6. I'm gonna take it, and then bishop h6 is checkmate. Thank you for the game, Karim. I really appreciate it. But next, because we still have 26 minutes. Salam, Emir. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I've been to Turkey as well a couple of times. One of the chess Olympiads was in Istanbul, and I also played in the Turkish league. 2 times, I think, as a teenager. This is a normal setup. He's going for the Pierce defense. What do I want to do against the Pierce? For now, I'm just gonna develop my pieces normally and see if Emir wants to give me any free stuff. This is solid. This is a solid setup for white. I'm just waiting to see if he wants to do something random. This queen move is a bit random. You're not really supposed to place your queen there. So I'm gonna push and ask him, will he take? So that then I can take with the knight, attack the queen. At least he's not giving me a free queen. So that's something. That's progress from the previous bot games. No free queen any longer. But this is a bit strange, even like this. A bit strange. I could go for knight b5, but I think he will defend it with knight a6, will he? Let's see. Let's see if he defends it. I would assume yes. I think... Okay. And I don't assume anything. Practically, you should not assume anything. I'm gonna trade and then take on c7. Yeah, I guess even at this level... Apparently, it seems to be a good strategy to attack whatever you can and hope that they will not see it. And that's not how you should play chess. So this is becoming hope chess. But no, actually not. It would be hope chess if you're making threatening moves to try to capture your opponent's pieces and your moves are bad. I think as long as you're attacking, you're creating threats, and your move is making sense also if they don't fall for it. So the knight on b5 was standing well even if they don't blunder. In that sense, it's not hope chess. Yeah, I should feel better about it. F3 though, I don't want to give this pawn up with a check. What am I doing? Let's not do that. Let's develop the bishop and guard the pawn. So yeah, it's okay to go for threats as long as your moves make sense, even if they don't blunder. Even if they don't blunder, it should make sense what you're doing. I want to play g5. And that move made sense too, even if they don't blunder this, because I have now a passed pawn. I have a passed pawn, I'm taking their bishop. And again, many things are hanging. I'm just gonna take this, then bring my rook to attack this. I'll take this. And I've got lots of material up. Let's go for the 7th rank. Since we were teaching Michelle about rooks on the 7th, Castlemania. Castlemania it is. And now I want my other rook too to be active, so I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna go for the rook lift. This is also something we were talking about in yesterday's session with Michelle. Free stuff. Let's double down on the 7th. Double down. With king a8. It's not checkmate to bring the knight here because then my rook is hanging, so be careful, not every check is checkmate. Knight c5 I can play because I'm not getting checkmated. I don't have an f2 pawn. If I did have an f2 pawn, this would be back rank checkmate. I don't have that pawn, so I can move away with the king. And I was threatening checkmate. Now, he prevented it, but I'm gonna use my knight to give checkmate soon. Rook c7 next. Thank you for the game, Emir. Thanks a lot. Next! We've got 22 minutes. We've got 22 minutes. How many games have we played? Ahoy, Maxime. Ahoy. Again, I was not supposed to be playing every game with the white pieces, and I feel bad that the computer is giving me white, even though I clicked on the white and black. I guess I would need to go back to the original homepage and click on the white or black again to get the different color, but I feel like now it's too late because I'm in the midst of the speedrun. Maxime, what is this setup? I mean, it kind of feels like you're going for a hippopotamus, but even in the hippo you don't push f6, but you push g6 and b6. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Maxime is doing. I'm just gonna develop my pieces in the meantime. And I'm looking at that square. That's why I placed my bishop on d3. h5. Okay, I'm still looking at that square. I'm still looking, even if it means giving up a pawn. I want to get there. Will I take or will I just play knight e5? This is not that straightforward, so maybe I'm becoming a bit over optimistic. Let's just develop my pieces. This is not like a crushing position. I mean, very nice advantage for white, but there's no checkmate attack as of now. So it's probably a good idea to finish development first and then then attack that king that started wandering in the middle of the board. E-file. Okay, he's trying to shut things down. That makes sense because I was looking at d5. I could have played d5 too or traded earlier, But this two should be still fine. Although now, in hindsight, I do regret that I didn't start opening up the position already. I didn't expect d5. Guess it's difficult to know what to expect from these bots after they have blundered so many things. But now this is, of course, a better defense. Black is trying their best to defend. Black is trying their best to defend. So I'm going to take here. I'm going to develop the bishop. Nothing can be taken at the moment. I'm gonna bring this rook. Then maybe looking at this square with the bishop. Oh, he doesn't let me, but this is weakening the e5 and g5 squares. Which one will I go for? Let's go here first. And then that's a pin over the e5, so now I can take this pawn. And I can take this. So eventually they end up blundering at some point, but Maxime has been defending well. I did not see that you could take my queen. I know everyone plays the Bottas Gambit. It's too popular. It's too popular. Even at Maxime's rating level, apparently it's popular. I don't know why it's so popular. I love Andrea and Alex, but please do not play the Bottas Gambit this often. Please do not do that. I'm just gonna get my queen here. That's my plan. I don't really mind about that pawn as long as my queen is near the king. Take it with the bishop so that I should have checkmate ASAP. I can take the rook first. I mean, I really want to go for checkmate, but the rook is hanging. No, I'm gonna go for checkmate. And if king e8, bishop d6. It's not mate just yet though, because they still have king d7. No, it's gonna be mate afterwards. I can also take here. There are too many good moves again. Too many tempting moves. Max, good to see you. How are you doing? I'm trying to beat as many bots as possible within the next hour. I have 18.5 minutes left. This is supposed to be a speedrun, although I'm now taking it more chill. Because my opponents are giving me lots of free stuff. I am more relaxed because they have been gifting me many pieces. This was certainly not the fastest checkmate. So don't copy my technique because I didn't go for the fastest one. I'm just taking everything that's hanging. That has become my new strategy. Take everything that's in the air and then go for a bishop checkmate. Because bishop checkmates are pretty, aren't they? They are pretty. Look at those bishops. Look at the two bishops and the queen together. Thank you, Maxime, for the game. Hey, Hans. Nice to meet you. e4. The French defense, alright. Alright. Ooh, what are these early queen moves? I mean, it's tricky because if I play g3 again, I can fall into this trap. But I'm just gonna defend this pawn and then chase the queen away. So I don't really recommend that you guys do this. Early queen development, no. The queen gets into trouble. It's the most valuable piece apart from the king, so do not get it out early because your opponent will go and hunt it down. Even if you manage to escape, you have wasted so many times, so many moves on the queen moves. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it, and there are other problems in black's position. I was threatening checkmate. Knight c7 was gonna be checkmate if he hadn't played f6. All songs must start with a great hook. Oh, he's a musician. I didn't notice. I did not see that. I'm gonna go for the rook in the corner. I like this knight fork a lot. But I also have this check to follow up, so I'm not too much in a hurry. The rook is trapped. It has nowhere to go. It has nowhere to go. Let's take it now, though, because I don't want to wait forever. I don't want to wait forever, even if I could have waited. Even if I could have. Okay, d5. At least that means that my knight cannot come back here at the moment. At the moment. Let's just, for now, develop the rest of my pieces. Or, first I'm gonna take and see how he reacts. I would assume he takes back. Yeah, it's good that sometimes they do take back. Sometimes they do. And I'm gonna move this knight here. It's not the fanciest move, but these two pieces are hanging. Both of them are hanging, and he's giving me the bishop on a3. Okay. Alright. And because of the bishop now, I can get my knight out of the corner. And I'm not giving you my bishop. No chance. No chance. Because if you take my bishop, my knight is hanging. I can back it up or I can move it. I should be careful though not to lose this rook in the corner, so I shouldn't move my queen. I should not do that. I can move instead. Well, actually it's tricky, because this will not help. Bishop d6, I think my opponent can follow up with queen d7, but then I have knight b5. It was getting a bit tricky there. Tricky because my piece is so dependent on the rest, but now I like this a lot. Ugh. Will I even take it? My bishop is so powerful. I feel like I could just not even take it. I'm gonna come here. Funky move, but if they move the knight ever, I have this square. And you know what? I'm gonna threaten to take it at knight f6. Oh, okay. They are preventing me from that because if I take here, they will take my knight. That's alright. I'm gonna come back now. It was worth trying. Especially if you give me the queen for it. Another Bottas gambit. Another Bottas gambit! Why? Why? Castle, bring the queen here, then I can take queen e5. Those are some of my thoughts here. If I take this as a pin, so I don't really want to do that right now, but I could move the queen away first. Threaten to take now. And this, I'm happy to trade. I mean, that bishop was very strong, but if they don't take back... Why don't they not? Why don't they take back? Hans! Hans, why not? You're giving me too many pieces and I have a knight fork if they take my bishop. They don't take my bishop, so I'm gonna take the rook. I'm gonna take the rook. Oh man. I guess I should not complain that my opponent is giving me so many pieces. But I'm just surprised. He's rated 1000. This is not supposed to be this easy. It's not supposed to be so easy. Yeah, I think this was not exactly a 1000 level. Maybe sometimes they play better, sometimes worse. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how would it be if I play more games against the same bot. A5. Okay, I only have 13 minutes left, so maybe I should hurry up. Even if they play random moves, I'm gonna try to hurry up even more. Pre-move. Not that they ever do the move I'm thinking of. They don't really play the way I think. So this is strange. This is strange, but it's okay. I'm gonna follow up with developing moves. They're closing down the position. That's fine. I mean, not fine. I wish they would open it, but I guess I cannot have everything. I can't have it all. I should have opened the position earlier. But it's okay. I can still open it. I can still open it. I'm gonna open it at some point. Not the best way to play, but I'm just gonna now go for the most aggressive, especially when it's a free piece. It's free stuff. Free stuff. And now I can take this and then push. Because that would be a pin on the f file if they take my knight. But they don't take my knight. If they don't take it, I'm gonna still push. I don't know how many games we have won so far. I would need to add it up at the end. I wish I had a counter, but everything is happening so quickly. I don't exactly know. Do I want to play queen h5 and g6, or will I take to open up the f file? I like opening up the f file first. If you guys could check, if you click on chess.com live chess, play the computer, and you look at Aziz's profile. So we have played against everybody from the beginner group before Aziz, and that's how many games we have won so far, but I don't know how many. I wish I knew it. I'm gonna go for this rook lift. And if it's king h7, checkmate. King f6 should lead to checkmate very soon. Queen g6, king to e7, queen h4, king f7. I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my voice. I'm also just looking at this move because then I can bring my other bishop. And this is hanging in the corner. I mean, it's still hanging later. And this is a discovered double check. Now the rook comes in. All of my pieces are in the game. It wasn't the fastest made, but I think it's the prettiest when you bring all your pieces into the party. All the pieces hanging out there, helping to give checkmate, bishop checkmate. Well, that's not a diagonal, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Phil Gluck. Dankeschön, Laura. Dankeschön. As this is number 19th or 18? Okay. How many can we do? Give me your prediction. How many games do you think we're gonna play within the next 11 minutes? Tell me, what do you think? How many more games can we win? The first of many captures. All of these bots are so wholesome. They're so nice. I feel bad about crushing them, but they're playing awkward. This is strange. Why are they giving me everything? How many more games can we win within 11 minutes? What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, that's an active move and it's a pin, so they have a plan too. They have a plan too. If I castle bishop h3, I still have defense, but maybe... Do I want that? Okay, let's do it. I'm just thinking whether they will attack me. Bishop g4 is a pin, and if h3, then they will take my pawn. So they're going for some active moves here, but I also see active moves, and their king is in the middle of the board. Laura still hasn't castled. I'm just gonna threaten that bishop, see what happens. She goes back. That's good. I think it was needed to go back, but now I'm gonna capture the pawn and head toward f5 with my knight. Head toward f5. They are preventing my plan, which was gonna be knight g7, but this is now on the same diagonal as my bishop, so I could take here, take the rook. They don't take back because the rook was hanging. This time it made sense that they don't take back. Sometimes it does make sense what they are doing, but I'm just gonna keep on attacking the rook. Okay, and now come back with this. This is hanging. And that is still hanging. That's still hanging. And they don't take back. Again, it's so strange. So strange when they don't take back. Why don't they take back? We'll take whatever is hanging. Just take everything that's possible to be taken. That's my new strategy. And this is not how I normally play. Attack things to then take whatever is possible to be taken. Also, I don't want to trade queens because I should be giving checkmate ASAP. So I'm threatening checkmate now. And it's checkmate. Next move. Thank you for the game, Laura. Thanks a lot. Okay, we've got less than 9 minutes left. Let's see how many more games can we get. Swen. Sicilian. I'm gonna play the Rossolimo, as it was the theme of the 2018 World Chess Championship between Magnus Carlsen and Fabian Caruana. I was lucky to be there as the host of the show with Judith Polgar, so I have seen these games pretty up close and personal. Hoping that I learned something. Thank you for the poll about how many more games can we get within the next 10 minutes. Let's see how many more can we get. This was not a good idea. I don't think that's Magnus's plan. That wasn't what he played in London. But how can I exploit it is the question. I like this way of exploiting it. And now they're giving me more free stuff. I can take this, I can take this, I can take many things. I'm gonna take this because then the knight is still hanging and has to go back here. So that's a sad story for that knight, and I'm gonna prevent knight f6 by pushing e5. Let's develop my pieces. How to get to the king ASAP. ASAP would be knight here, e6. Those are some of my thoughts. No, that was the wrong move order because I'm giving up the pawn. In any case, I need to hurry up. So it doesn't matter that the pawn is gone because now I'm trying to get my queen here. They can take this, but I don't mind because that opens up more files for my pieces. And the king is in the middle of the board. King in the middle of the board, so it doesn't really matter that the pawns are gone as soon as I can get to the king with a move like knight to d6. After king d7, I can take the rook, I can take here. Everything is hanging. I'm gonna take here first. And now I can take both rooks. I'm gonna start with, which one am I starting with? I'm gonna start with this one. Queen is hanging again. Then I can take this one. Now I'm gonna take this one. Take everything. Again, this is my new strategy, my one strategy, but it works pretty well. It works better than expected. I didn't think I was just gonna be threatening anything I can spot as a threat. It works pretty well. I'm gonna take this. I could take the knight, but I'm aiming for checkmate because I want to give checkmate ASAP. Okay, they prevented it. That's fine. That's fine. Give me your queen. Give me your queen. Oh, I could have taken on g8. Well, anyway, this is still of course a winning position. I'm just trying to see which one is faster. This is not the fastest. I think I had faster mates. In any case, let's go for this. And this. And this. It's not checkmate just yet. They have bishop a5. They have bishop a5, but after rook b5 is checkmate next move. Yay! Thank you for the game, Swen. Let's go, we only have 5.5 minutes left. Can we finish this game and maybe another one? Maria, encantada de conocerte. Maria from Mexico, another country where I spent quite some time. A month in Mexico. She's playing the French defense too. One of the main lines of the French defense. You should take back with the pawn or with the queen? Neither? Okay, that I don't know of. I'm not exactly sure. Is this a gambit that I am not too familiar with? Just gonna develop my pieces. Trying to make logical moves. Maybe it's fine to play this and to play this gambit, I feel like. Yeah, because now I'm not that happy. I'm helping her develop her pieces. I'm not gonna take this pawn because I don't want the bishop here and knight g4. I think she tricked me in the opening. I thought she was making a mistake, but no, she just played a gambit line that I'm not too familiar with. Even if I have played the French my whole life, I wasn't familiar with this one. So it's time to make some logical moves. And logical follow-ups. That wasn't too logical to move the queen twice. But I don't have much time. I don't have much time. I need to hurry up. I need to hurry up here. I want to open up the position and give a check on a4. Can I just do that right now, or will I bring the queen? Will I bring the rook first? I wonder. Let's see. Let's open everything up because I don't have time. She doesn't take. Okay. Well, then bishop d7. I'm gonna take that. And if she takes, rook e1. I announced it. I know Maria can't hear me, but I said it, Maria. I didn't mean to be sneaky. I said it. Now, how to give checkmate ASAP. Open up the e file. Open. Will she castle? In any case, everything is hanging. Yeah, she could still castle and get away with some of this. Not checkmate yet. I need to hurry up. How do I win this game ASAP? 3 minutes left. 3 minutes! Time trouble. Time trouble. And I was hoping I could play more games, but at this rate, I think it's unlikely because I'm playing too slow. I'm being too slow here. How do I win this soon? Back rank is something I can aim for. You've got one check. And then hopefully the back rank... I'm just gonna come here. If they take rook e8, if they don't take, I am threatening g7. Rook e8, so if they take queen g7. I take the rook, and it's still the same issue. Do we have time for one more game? Let's go! Let's go! Last game, last game, let's see. Can we do this? Elena, nice to meet you. I'm gonna have to go for some random gambit at this stage. But I don't really play gambits. Not anymore. Although I used to play the Evans Gambit. Let's go. Evans Gambit OP. They don't take it. They don't take it. It's alright. They did not take my pawn. It's okay. And I forgot to push a4 earlier. But I don't have time to think about anything. I'm just gonna go for it. Go for whatever I can. Open up the position. I need to open things up real quick. Attack whatever I can. Take whatever I can. Because I only have 2 minutes. 2 minutes left, guys. Guys, we need to do this real quick. Can we do it? Let's see. Oh, have I blundered? Hopefully not. I can still hold on to the bishop. I gotta come back. Open up anything I can. And take everything I can. 1.5 minutes. No queen trade. No, because how will I win this that quick? Will I? Man. I feel like the good move would have been to just trade, but I don't have time. I don't have time to finish the game if I trade queens, I feel like. So let's go. Let's go and attack. Let's go and attack. Okay. I'm just blundering whatever is there to blunder. Okay, goodness me. How will I win this game that quick if I'm blundering my pieces away? I have a check though from this diagonal. And I can take this. This wasn't part of my plan. I'm blundering my pieces. I wanted to be so fast and not bishop d6. Goodness me. I should have traded the queen much longer. I'm gonna lose this game even. It's not that I'm winning it. I'm gonna lose it at this rate. I have half a minute left. This was bad. This was really bad. This was bad. I don't think I can win this anymore, but I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to somehow swindle my way to victory. Can I swindle with this move and then here? 17 seconds! Oh no, she's defending! Oh no! How will I win this? Now the knight is hanging. Oh! If check, I'm coming back here. I don't have time. I do not have time. I want to place the knight here. That's why I'm moving away to h2. Knight e5, but my queen is hanging. Time. I think I was close even after blundering my pieces away. But time is up. Time is up. How many have we won? How many games have we won? I need to check. I need to check on chess.com. Let's count. Let's count how many games has this been. Oh, not Crazy House. Play versus the computer. How many have we played? Let's take a look. How do I go back? Oh, I need to resign the game. I forgot. I need to resign the game because I have run out of time. So I just need to go back to new game. Okay, there we go. We have played against Martin, Wayne, Fabian, Juan, Filip, Elani, Noel, Oliver, Milica, J, Aron, Mina, Zara, Santiago, Karim, Emir, Maxime, Hans, Aziz, Laura, Swen, and Maria. We have won against Maria, but we have not had time to finish the game against Elena, and I also was blundering. I was not doing well. She coaches at an elementary school. I can see that, Elena. You played some strong moves even after blundering your pieces away. And I knew I should have gone for the queen trade, but I just felt like since I didn't have time, this was a better chance. It wasn't. Go for the best move, no matter which one it is, if you think the other is a better move. So we have played overall 5, 10, 15, 20. We have won 22 games, and the 23rd I could not finish. 22 games, that is. We could try this next time again if you guys liked it. What did you think? What did you think of the bot speedrun? Did you have a good time? What do you think about playing against bots in general? Have you tried playing against some of these bots on chess.com? And shall we do this again at some point? What do you think? Can we go above 22 if we play again next time? What's your prediction? Thank you so much for watching. This was streamed live on my Twitch channel where I stream full time, 5 days a week. Do catch us live next time or follow the highlights and the votes here on my YouTube channel. In either case, I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much again and bye for now. Until the next time.